Hi all, welcome to Bhavya Arts. Today we'll be going to see how to draw and paint a fruit. Okay, so for that I have taken a fruit that is tangerine. I'm going to show on screen. This is called tangerine. Okay, it is in orange color. Okay, so whenever we try to draw or paint anything, shading, any medium, in any medium we wanted to draw, what are the things we need to observe? We need to observe where are the highlight parts and where are the shadow parts. Okay, and what are the colors that are in mid values and what are the colors in dark values, like that we need to observe. Okay, not only we need to focus on the shape but also we have to see all these things. Okay, when you look at this fruit you can see all the things here like highlights. This is the highlight. This is the highlight. Okay, and these are the shadow value. Okay. In the shadow value, you can see darker value of shadows. Okay. And here the midtone values. And this part, you can see the dark tone values, dark midtone values, and dark values. Okay. Even on the leaf also, you can observe all the things. One is highlight, dark midtones, dark highlights, reflected highlights, all the things you will be observing. Understood? And even on the stem. For each and every part of a natural object, okay, you can see all these things. Why we need to see all these things? Because it will add depth to your object. Okay. When you paint, why it start looking natural? Because you have added all these parts. Did you understand? Now we will start drawing this on the paper and we will color with watercolors. Okay. I have taken paper in A4 size and it is a 300 GSM paper. Okay, which is cotton based paper. Okay, I have stick the cotton based 300 GSM paper onto a plank with sellotape on all four sides. For drawing, you need to take pencil. I have taken 2B pencil. Okay, whenever you try to draw, you need to make sure that lid of your pencil should be sharp. If you want to use mechanical pencil, you can use 0.7 mm lid. Okay. And this is the scale. The scale is 30 centimeters. Understood? You can take any type of scale, but I am taking 30 centimeters scale. Now, just draw one. You place your paper in horizontal way. Okay. Or if you want to paint in vertical way, you can also do that. Now, in the middle of the paper, approximately, no need to measure, just an approximate measurement you can take and draw a vertical line first. Middle of the paper you need to draw. It should be very light. Okay. Now, till how much we need to draw the tangerine. That imaginative point you need to make. Okay. At this line, the tangerine height will stop. Okay. So we'll draw one circle. First, always you need to start from the lines. Okay. Need not to be perfect first. Don't keep in your mind that it should look perfect. Don't. No need to be like that. Okay. You should slowly develop with lines. Okay. It will automatically start looks perfect. Okay. Now pull the line like this. Yes. Always hold your pencil middle of the pencil. Always hold pencil in the middle. Okay. So that you can see complete paper properly. Now just erase a few lines. Don't put pressure. Okay. While erasing, you can use two types of eraser. Kneaded eraser or normal eraser like this. Okay. I'll be using this one only. Okay. So outer line is done. Okay. Now I'll draw stem part. Okay. Like this. Okay. How to draw the stem part? Start from small curve, which is going inside of the hanging. Okay. And just pull like this. Small line. And come down here. Draw one leaf. Draw one more line like this. It should look like little star. Okay? Star-like structure, but it is not an exact star. Exact star. Okay, you can take real fruit as a reference, inspirational image for drawing. Okay, like this, like this. It is having double line, but you need to draw little broad so that while painting, if any mistake was there, we can easily correct it. If you have not left more space when you're drawing with pencil, then it will be difficult while painting. So make sure to draw little big, leave little more space like that. Okay. This. Okay. So this is the stem part. So once the pencil drawing is completed, what you need to do, you should not immediately start with painting. Okay. You need to erase whatever the extra lines, okay, are there in the drawing. You need to erase it properly. So first you take eraser and just don't put pressure while erasing. Very lightly you need to erase. Okay. It will leave dust. So if you are using kneaded eraser, it doesn't leave dust. Okay. Can use kneaded eraser also, but for everyone it won't be available, right? So that's because of that reason I'm using normal eraser. Okay. Now we have done with form. Okay. Now we didn't got any shape. We need to develop it into a shape. Okay. So to get that shape, we just make some curves like this. Like this. Okay. So like this you need to make. Now you can keep your pencil scale, eraser aside. We don't need now. We'll start with painting. Okay. While painting only, you'll see the where highlight should be there, where next all the colors should come. Okay. Now I'm going to take brush number 12. It is a round brush. Okay. Or you can take mop brush number 0 or mop brush number 2. Or if you don't have mop brushes, you can take a round brush. Understand? Now, you should not paint with direct colors whatever you see in the reference image or inspirational image. You need to move from lighter value to the mid value and then darker value. This is the procedure. Okay. So you need to start with lighter color. When you see at the reference image, which I'll show here once again, when you see at this reference image, you can see the darker values immediately. So you feel that first I should start with orange color. No, that is a wrong way of approach. Okay. First, you need to start from lighter values and slowly you need to increase the intensity of colors. Okay. Like that we will do. Now we will move to the working page. Take water brush. Now start applying colors. So to get more control, I am using wet on dry. And means on dry surface, I'll apply wet color. Okay. So I don't use wet on wet. Wet on dry only I'll be using. Okay. So first I'll start with lemon yellow color like this. Completely you need to give the uh, value, lighter value. Okay, I'm using brush number 12, which is round brush. Okay, so like this you need to. when we apply this wet watercolor on dry surface, we will get more control. Okay. But without practice, if we are using wet on wet, we don't get that much control and color will flow out of the lines and it will spoil the output. Okay. So be careful which method you want to paint. You need to decide before painting. Understood? Now I'll lighter value is completed. Now what I'll do, I'll take go bangy hue, mid yellow color, okay, for the next part of the layer. But now what I'll do, I'll leave little space here, okay, wherever the highlights are there, there and all I leave lemon yellow like that. Around that, I'll start doing the next colors. Okay. Though the highlight look very bright, but there will be some color, right? So you need to mention the color in the lighter value form like this. Use Gombangi hue for the next layer. Okay. So first layer was dried. Okay. On the dry surface only, I am applying the second layer. I am not applying too much water. Okay. When you are applying too much water, what it will do, it will take out the paper. In the paper, there will be cotton string, that strings will be there, cotton strings that will come out. Okay. So don't apply too much water, apply little water. Okay. Now, with the cloth, I'll take little more color out. This is called color lifting. You can do it with the tissue paper. Okay. Smudge. Enough. Okay. Not too much color. You should not lift too much color. Little color. Okay. Now I'll start doing with Indian yellow. I'll take Indian yellow now. Okay, three types of yellows I'm using: lemon yellow, Gombangi hue, and Indian yellow. Okay. On top of this, very lightly, I'm not painting in a harder way. I'm just pushing the color like this. I have kept put one drop of color on the surface and I'm pushing that color, or I'm spreading that color with very light strokes like this. When coming here, this part, no need that much of. So here we will increase little bit of Gombangi hue. Okay. Now I'll take orange color. This. And now I'll start painting with orange. You can give any number of n number of washes, not a problem. Okay. Just if you see the reference image, you can see this style. Okay. This little bit of red mix. You take orange and mix little bit of red. Let it dry. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll take little more of lemon yellow. I'll apply here. Okay. Now this washes should get dry properly, then only we can go to the other layers. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll start painting the stem part, which is in green color. What I said earlier, you need to start from lighter value. Okay. Should not use darker value. So for that, I'm using emerald green or light green I'm using. Use emerald green or light green. This. Okay. And now start using sap green. Sap green is little bit darker green. Okay. So you can use sap green directly. What I am doing to get till little more dark, I'll mix sap green and black. I'll take help of black to make green to look dark. Okay. For the shadow value, there is a darker value. So to get that dark, I need to take help of black and get it. Okay. Like this. Okay. Now, what you need to do, take emerald green for the stem. Just give little bit stroke here, like this. It should go down. Why I have done like that? Because it is having some highlight value, which is in complete bright value. Okay, so make that value. I have given one line. Now I have taking burnt sienna, that is light brown, very little bit of light brown, like this. Okay. Now once it is finished, you take Indian yellow, give little bit of Indian yellow to the twig and little bit green, emerald green, like this. Okay. And then go to the emerald green. And now you can paint this leaf. For leaf also I'm using technique wet on dry. Okay. I'm not using wet on wet. Okay. The complete painting and be using the same technique. Okay. And now you take sap green, mix it with black color a bit, and then apply it like this. So usually in watercolor, we don't get into that detailing work. It is this is the art which is used for loose paintings and all. Okay, where we will get the impression of what we see. Okay, now I am taking Indian yellow, this part. This stem part is not that much prominent, so we can make Indian yellow. Understood? Now I am mixing orange and red. You can make one more wash here. So you should not move your brush to and fro. You should move in only one direction. Okay, so that color will uh, get blended properly. Okay. Because already we have done with 4 to 5 washes. Okay. So we should be careful when you are doing like this. Now take Gombangi hue immediately. So just with Gombangi hue, you can cover here. I'll take little bit of orange, very little bit of orange. I need orange here also, little bit. Yes, I see here the little sharp edges, so I'm removing that sharp edges, sharp lines. Okay. Now again, I'll take little more red color. I'll little more increase the intensity of the colors to get the darker shades. Okay, so I am using red color here mixed with orange color so that the intensity will increase and the shadow should come. Okay, just clean your brush with the dry brush. Just move like this, complete throughout the surface of the orange so that there won't be any sharp edges. Okay, so like this I will to make with the clean brush. You just move your color around the object. Okay, so that there won't be any sharp lines. Now we left this white space, right? For that, what we need to do, we just take lemon yellow again. Inside it, make it with lemon yellow. It should look light when you compare to the outside. Okay. Take little bit of white color. Just move with the white color here. Okay. That is the highlight part. Okay. Now, just you need to do darker value. For darker value, you just take Persian blue. Take Persian blue, mix it with little bit of orange. You can mix with bernstein also. Any color you can take and mix. Okay. And from here, the shadow is starting. From this part, shadow started. So that you need to make sure like this, a little bit up. Okay. This is the darker shadow. So first we'll start with the lighter value only, then we will move to the darker value. Okay. This one, not that much prominent of color, but there is a little bit shadow. Understood? Now I'll make it little more dark. To make that, I'll take Persian blue again. I'll mix it with burnt sienna. So how to take three parts of Persian blue with half a part of burnt sienna is enough. That much darkness is enough. Okay. Now even this side for the stem part there is a shadow. Very little bit of shadow is there. So just put one drop of the darker value. Okay. So almost completed. Only one shadow part is missing. That is leaf shadow. Leaf shadow, how to show? We should not use direct darker value. We will mix orange and red to show the leaf shadow. So you can take one part of red like this, make little dark here so that the darker value should be visible. Okay. Now I'll make a little more change here. Take out little more color. Okay. Which is having the reflected highlight. There will be little white space will be visible here. So you can lift little color with the brush itself so that the white spaces will be visible. Okay, everyone understood the spark? This much everyone understood? So you can try this one. It is a very interesting topic. Fruit study. Okay, where we don't use the direct colors. We will read all the colors first with our eyes. Then we will start painting. Okay. I'll take little orange color. This, this moving color like this. Drying time it will take. Okay, so you need to wait it to dry completely. Okay, drying time it will take. I'm making little more dark for the leaves. Okay, so this is the fruit study. Okay, then bye. Take care, everyone. I hope you understand.